I have to just talk about this breaking news that it was happening as I was driving into work. White House lawyers, it's now been revealed that White House lawyers have discovered, over the weekend I wrote this piece called Obama Spied, Media Lied. It's now featured on Real Clear Politics. I wrote it for my PJ Media blog, Klavan on the Culture. But it's just about the fact that this whole Trump and the Russian story is falling apart. Adam Schiff, who has been casting about these McCarthyite accusations, is now admits they don't have any evidence that Trump colluded with the Russians. But this thing about Obama surveilling Trump is really coming together. It's really becoming a big story. And the latest part of the story is that former National Security Advisor Susan Rice, and we all remember Susan Rice, she's the one who went on 5 morning talk shows on Sunday and lied about Benghazi not being a terrorist attack, right? And then they kind of threw her under the bus. It wasn't us who lied, it was Susan Rice. Rice has now been asking, it's now been shown that Rice was asking to unmask people who had been caught up in surveillance. American citizens caught up in surveillance of foreigners, their names are supposed to be masked. Apparently, Susan Rice was contacting the NSA and asking them to unmask these things. So obviously that was so the news could leak and she could send all this stuff to the press. And what is interesting about this is it also gets Devin Nunes off the hook. If you remember Devin Nunes, they were saying, why did he have to go on the White House grounds to get this material? Well, it was in the NSA computers probably where Susan Rice was making these requests. And I just want to we'll have to talk about this more tomorrow if we can, but I want to get on to other things because this news is just breaking. But before I stop, I just want to point out that Susan Rice was asked about this stuff by Judy Woodruff not that long ago. Let's play this cut.
In the last few weeks, the New York Times has reported that in the final days of the Obama administration, individuals went out of their way to spread information throughout the government about what they knew about intelligence, that the Russians had interfered in the election last year, and that there may have been a connection with Trump campaign officials. So that story's now been out there for several weeks. Could there be a connection here?
I'm not aware of any connection. I had read the New York Times story. I must say, Judy, as one of the most senior White House officials and the most senior responsible for national security, I found that report a bit perplexing. I was not aware of any orders given to disseminate that kind of information.
Well,
so I have no idea whether that was the case.
Well, that that sounded almost like a bald-faced lie to me. You know, is bald-faced going too far? I just love in this administration that Trump says wiretap instead of surveilled, and the lead is he lied. He lied, as well. But the Obama people, they just lie. They just lie, and nobody ever says it. They're just lying. So there's going to be more on that coming down the pike.